Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good weekend. Monday, July 11th. SPY looks like it's waiting for CPI on Wednesday. Kind of a gap down about 1%. GME. All right, sub up, like up, comment down. Happy Money sticks around. We have a Twitter you can follow us on at Happy Money YT. This crazy avalanche. You never see summer avalanches. This is crazy. We're at Happy Money YT on here. We also have a Discord server. You can jump on that and look at gifts of Lion King. Yep. Long weekend for me, anticipating this week. Might not be a whole lot this week, but I think there very well could be a whole lot on GME price action. With how well it's doing today on Monday is the first very bullish sign to me. I would say in the last 2 years, Monday is the second most bearish day for GME, Friday being first and Monday being second. So the fact that I think there's a very bullish multiple catalyst coming up this month, they would want to bring it down as much as they can, and they basically didn't on a Monday. Yeah, so what did they bring it down? 122, and now it's just plus 1%. Very, very strong today when the market's down 1%, especially. Kind of tracked with the SPY a bit, but I had a gap down and then shorted, and then huge rally where the SPY was just hanging out flat basically. Then it kind of tracked with the SPY a bit, even through here, just making bigger moves to the upside. And then even here. But look, now SPY's selling off and GME's holding strong. It's just kind of slowing down, and then a little up green ticks, GME moves up bigger. So it's starting to outpace SPY. This is what we want to see for sure. This is showing a lot of stability. Even without a big bear market rally, GME I think is going to rip. I don't know how long it'll last. I don't know if it'll be 10 days like this, 3 days. It'll be from here on out, just big steps up. But I was saying on Friday that today might be the last day you're going to get it for that price, whatever the low is today. And it looks like it was 124 or so, 124.65. Tomorrow I'm expecting even more green, and probably Wednesday too. Wednesday there is CPI. That's going to affect the whole market. It'll affect SPY. You might see some volatility. I think we're going to just start seeing more volatility also. The volume's even pretty low today. I mean, it's not bad. 1.5, we got about an hour left. But for how bullish it is on this low volume is very bullish. We know if a lot of volume comes in, it's going to rip. But for it to be holding up and really outpacing a lot of the market on a low volume day, on a Monday especially, yeah, I think we're going to see big ups. Pretty hyped. Yeah, it's honestly today I was like, I could have seen it 7, 8, 10% down, even with the SPY like this, just because of what they like to do, especially before obligations have to be met. But I really don't think they can. I think this is as flexible as they can make it. End of the week, we'll see what happens. You know, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday might rally. Might be able to bring it down some on Friday, but who knows what price it'll be by then for them to bring it down. Bringing it down by Friday might be bringing it down to 150, you know, or 140, 145. You know, that might be them bringing it down back down to this support resistance, or not. Maybe we'll just trade pretty sideways the whole week. But I'm bullish on it. I think very, very excited, as you can tell. Anyways, Vulcan ripped up today's e-bike, or like electric four-wheelers and ATVs. They had some news. This one, tons of volume. They basically got a bunch of orders, or released a bunch of orders on 14 days, 70 million of potential revenue just on pre-orders. The company has no revenue though. They haven't produced anything yet. So hopefully birds will do a little penny stock short squeeze, because that's what it is at this point, and keep going. They are, I was looking at their financials. So the market cap's 127 million. Last year they did, in revenue, they did 204 million, 205 million. So they're about half of their annual revenue. Given they didn't make a profit on it, they're still negative, but just kind of crazy. There's definitely deals out there. Birds probably isn't the best, but it is one of the deals. But yeah, stoked on GME. Short puts I changed last week into shares, so I've got our 90 shares on here, which we're barely green on. I don't plan on selling these anytime soon. Options today on E-Trade. So I did get a little more Tesla exposure. My Tesla exposure that I had before was 745, 755, so not a whole lot of upside. It was a much safer play, and hopefully my Jazz is so quiet. Little thunderstorm going on in the background. So this one was in the money, but I just needed time for that short leg. It was all the way up here, Tesla. So once it gets up in that 755 or plus area, I just need time to kind of go buy with it up there. But yeah, I'll just follow some TA on that. I'll probably close that before expiration, so might not get full max gain, but should be pretty good. Open up this 880, 900 on Tesla. So this is with a higher, more bullish price target. 1700 max profit on that one if Tesla's up at 905. Gave myself quite a bit of time on this one too, maybe too much, but it's a little safer that way. 32 days for this one. So E-Trade or Weeble's TA and all that stuff moved to their desktop platform, which is actually really cool now. So I was already bullish on basically the TA I use, but now you can just use Weebles, and tons of bullish indicators coming up here, but some of them even give you price targets and time frames, like this one with this double bottom. Head and Shoulders bottom. I have to look through these. I haven't even really studied them, but a lot of these, like two or three of these, which is awesome, give you date ranges as well as price targets. So if you click on it, I'm getting target price for 926 in the next 40 or 41 days. Pattern inbound 95 days. Oh, that's saying? Yeah, 95 days. And then that one's 31 days with a price target of 898. So up here, this range. So kind of cool to give you different price targets and stuff. And then you can also just learn the TA of what it's looking at basically for that. So, and then if you look on GME, just to give a comparison, back here at that double bottom, same deal. It gave it a price target of 194 on the top end, and it gave it 86 days. So in good GME fashion, it moves much faster than natural on the upside. So it actually happened from when this thing alerted. So you could have seen this alert on 323. It was 1 to 3 days later. It was basically at its price target that it's making. 4 days later, it was past it. It was above 194. Is that 189? So kind of cool. I mean, we'll see what happens. I think the bear market rally, I think we're in. I think we'll see it. So I'm expecting, I guess, CPI, CPI to be at expectations or maybe a little lower. Or maybe even if it's higher. I don't know. That could even cause the market to rally also. If it's higher, they're thinking, oh, great. Now that means we'll raise interest rates and we'll get this on. Get this show on the road. There's any number of reasons how they could justify, rallying in the market. But most likely, I would assume if there is a rally, especially a big one, it will be at expectations or below. So just got to look at expectations until Wednesday. They're probably going to keep increasing, so expectation will be way too lofty, and then it'll come in just under, and market will potentially rip. So that's what I'm thinking on the market, as well as GME, as well as SPY, as well as a lot of stuff that's kind of frothing right now for a big bear market rally. So yeah, that's Tesla. I actually get a little more GME. I actually closed my put credit spread on GME this morning when it started to dump down. I was like, well, I kind of assumed they'd bring it down on Monday, and I wasn't sure how far they'd be able to bring it down. If anything, this would be the lowest they're going to try and drop it before if you expect a huge move to the upside, if they're able, but maybe they're not able to, and so they weren't, or they didn't. But my put credit spread, I was up on a little bit. They kind of tie up a pretty good amount of capital, so I just closed it for a small profit, freed up a little bit of capital, and put it actually into call debit spreads, which are more aggressive. So here's the put credit spread I closed, 130, 126. and then I opened up I average into 175 200 call debit spreads for this one 175 200 for the 18 days, which I think is the 22nd 29th, so that's the last Friday. So next, let's see, this Friday's OPEX. The week after, we'll have T+2 from that OPEX. Is also the SLD period. The SLD period actually starts on Wednesday, but they have until, I think, next Thursday. And then, of course, the stock split record date is the 18th on Monday here. And then after hours, before basically Friday, I think pre-market, before pre-market, the split will have happened. So if naked shorts have to cover, they might have up until the 22nd, or they might have until the 18th. I'm not sure yet. If we don't have huge price action, they've figured out a way to push down the road. Huge price action this week, rather. They figured out a way to push it down the road, or they have until the actual split date, which would be end of next week. So bullish on all counts. I think the NFT marketplace is probably going to get released any day now. Maybe after hours today, or we have a big rip tomorrow, maybe then. So I was noticing actually with Vulcan, with this one as a good example, this thing was already starting to rip. Gapped up pre-market quite a bit, and this is kind of historically had pretty big moves, even as a little penny stock at this point. But their news, they started having news come out midday, just as it was rallying, and I was just imagining GameStop maybe doing something like that, because they know that there's obligations on GameStop's short position that are open, and that they have to, you know, rip it every so often, every quarter, or whatever, for swaps or whatever theories there are. And so they could use that to their advantage and push positive news at the same time to really basically cause margin calls and upset it even more and cause more of a squeeze, cause more volume to come in if you have bullish news during a already crazy rally. Or they'll do it and it'll be kind of as a cover-up, or basically that's what the media will use it as. Oh, it's rallying now because of the NFT marketplace is live or whatever. Anyways, if you look here, so it was ripping because they received 1,000 pre-orders in 14 days for 70 million. And then I guess that's all it was. I'm sorry. I thought it was a separate news thing that came out. No, I guess that was all. I'm not seeing it here. There was something else midday that they actually released. Whatever, not a big deal. But anyways, positive news catalysts. GME is hard to borrow. It's on the hard to borrow list, as you see right here. HTB. Utilization's at over 100% and has been for over 100 days, which is the longest the utilization has been over that high since we've been tracking it, probably ever. The borrow fee hasn't been increasing. We're now at 36%, and there's no shares available as of 2:30 today. So no shares, high borrow fee. XRT is on the threshold list, and this is all before they've started their obligations and caused the price to rally. See you guys in Discord. Peace out.